Welcome to Nexstar TV, a free resource that uses video tutorials to explain IT topics. My name is Emily, and today's video is Microsoft Word 2010 User Guide, Lesson 8, Building Blocks, Quick Parts, and Auto Text. In this video, we'll be discussing what building blocks are and how to use, save, insert, and delete them in Word. Okay, let's get started. So in this lesson, we're going to be working under the Insert tab, and we're going to be working under Quick Parts. So we're going to be discussing building blocks, quick parts, and auto text. Building blocks are really just chunks of text, images, or objects that you use a lot that you want to save in a gallery so you can quickly insert them into your document whenever you want to. And this is a time-saving feature because it allows you to create shortcuts to things that you use frequently. So some examples of typical building blocks would be maybe a boilerplate that you use at the bottom of every document, or some standard paragraphs that are always showing up in different contracts, or even a signature block. Really just anything that you use a lot that you want to have quick access to. Okay, so you can save your building blocks in a variety of galleries, and two of the galleries that are used most frequently would be your Quick Parts gallery and your Auto Text gallery. Now, your Quick Parts gallery is the default gallery, and this is where building blocks are saved to automatically. So when you come up to Quick Parts, this right here is your preview screen. So this will show any building blocks that you have saved as a Quick Parts gallery. And Quick Parts gallery is the most accessible, so this is where you're going to want to save any of your building blocks that you use really frequently. Auto Text is another gallery that you can save building blocks in, and Auto Text takes a little bit more work to get to, but it's not a lot of work. You'll just come up to Quick Parts and come down to Auto Text, and this will show all your Auto Text galleries. So if you start saving a lot of building blocks into your Quick Parts gallery and it starts to get cluttered, you might want to start saving building blocks into Auto Text because it's a little harder to get to, but then that'll make your Quick Parts not get as cluttered. So it's really just a location sort of thing, whatever you feel more comfortable saving your building blocks in. Okay, now let's talk about how to create a building block. So the first thing you want to do is select whatever text, object, or image you want to make into a building block. So for us, we want to make this address into a building block, so we'll just select it. Next, you come up to Insert. You'll come over to Quick Parts, come down to Save Selection to Quick Part Gallery, and you can name your building block. We're going to name ours Top C, and you'll choose which gallery to save it to. So we want to save it to our Quick Parts gallery. Now you can also choose in Options the ability to insert content only. You can insert this into its own paragraph or its own page. So we'll just leave this alone. And you're just going to click OK. And you'll come up to Quick Parts, and you'll notice that Top C has now been created into a building block. Now if you wanted to save a building block in Auto Text, again you'll just select the text, come up to the Insert tab, come over to Quick Parts, come down to Auto Text, and click Save Selection to Auto Text Gallery. Now in Auto Text, you're going to want to make sure you name your title at least 4 characters, because this will start triggering what they call autocomplete, which will allow you to automatically insert this building block into your document while you're typing. So we're going to name this Robot, and we're just going to click OK. And so when you come down here and you start typing, you'll see that this pops up the autocomplete. And if you press Enter, it'll allow you to automatically insert that building block into your document, which is a really handy time-saving feature. Okay, so once you've created your building blocks, you want to know how to insert them into your document. And that's going to depend a little bit on what gallery you've chosen to save your building block in. So for example, if you saved your building block in your Quick Parts gallery, you'll just come up to Quick Parts. You'll see the preview screen already shows what your building blocks look like, so you can just select what building block you want and it'll insert it into your document. Now if you want to insert a building block that has been saved in Auto Text, you can use your autocomplete function where you just type out the 4 letters, which I've already just showed you, or you can also come up to Quick Parts, come to Auto Text, And this will have a little preview screen as well, and you can just click on whichever building block you'd like to insert. Now, if you want to use a building block that is not in QuickParts or AutoText, then you're going to want to pull up the building block organizer window. So to do that, you'll come up to QuickParts, you'll come to building block organizer, and this will pull a window up of every single building block that you use, regardless of where it's saved. Highlight whichever building block you want to use and click the insert button. Now similarly, if you want to get rid of a building block, you also go to QuickParts and pull up your building blocks organizer and highlight it and click the delete button. And then once you're done with all your building block functions, you'll just click the close button. And if there is ever a time where you need to edit a building block, you're also going to want to go back to your building block organizer. So it's just, again, QuickParts, building block organizer, highlight whichever building block you want to edit, click Edit Properties, and this will bring up this will allow you to modify your building block. So you could change which gallery it's in, how it's named, or the options of how it's being inserted into your document. Thank you for joining Nextara TV for Microsoft Word 2010 User Guide Lesson 8, Building Blocks, QuickParts, and AutoText. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to visit www.nextara.tv for other tutorials, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/Nextara.